Hello everyone, welcome back to Care and Body, the channel for all things health and wellness, organic beauty and skincare products, vegan eats, entrepreneurship, everything. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. So today I got a recipe for some vegan jackfruit pot roast that I serve with a side of mashed potatoes and string beans for y'all. Real simple, real easy. So first I started off chopping up a white onion, probably about half of it. And first of all the ingredients will be in the description box. But I started off chopping up an onion and fresh garlic cloves. And then I'm going to saute that in some pure grapeseed oil until the flavors come out. So probably like 5-7 minutes. Now, during this time, I will say I made my jackfruit pot roast in a crock pot. So I had my crock pot on the whole time I'm doing all this stuff. But so to add a little bit more substance and flavors to my pot roast, I am going to add in a puree of vegetables. So that'll help with thickening it and just adding some extra taste and flavors, you know. So I took 3 carrots, cut those in thirds. Also took 3 stalks of celery and cut that in thirds. And well, not thirds, but cut it up. And then I also added some tomatoes. And then I'm going to puree that in my blender with some steak seasoning and some water. So honestly, I forgot to add the tomatoes in at first. So you'll see me adding them in later. But if you have a small blender like me, you probably do want to go, section by section so you don't overload your blender and it start leaking out. So once I puree my vegetables, I'm going to pour that into the saute pan with the onions and garlic. And then I'm going to take 2 cans of jackfruit. Make sure you check the ingredients so it's not a whole bunch of BS in there. And I'm going to rinse and drain those and add that to the mixture. And then you essentially just going to let that cook. After letting it cook for a while, I added in my seasonings. Again, all of the ingredients and everything will be in the description box below. So I added all my seasonings and stirred that up again to let it cook some more. You want to just make sure your jackfruit is getting cooked and tender. So in the meantime, while that's cooking, I'm going to cut up some more vegetables that I'm going to put in the crock pot itself to be cooking with the jackfruit. So I'm cutting up some baby bella mushrooms. De-stemming that up. I rinsed everything off, of course, before I did this. And then I'm adding some more carrots and some more celery. And again, these would just go in the crock pot with the jackfruit pot roast to add some extra flavors and some more substance and layers to it. So once I get all my veggies chopped up, I just add them to my crock pot and try to mix them up to make sure they evenly distributed. So in the meantime, my jackfruit has been cooking. Now I'm going to add in some I don't know how to say this word, Worcestershire sauce and some steak sauce. And then here, so I have a mixture of vegetable broth, water, and arrowroot flour. This is to add a little bit of thickness to the broth that's going to be around the jackfruit so that it's not super watery. So you could use cornstarch. I didn't have cornstarch and I couldn't find none at the store that didn't have bioengineered ingredients in it. So I just used some arrowroot starch flour that I had at home and I mixed it with 2 cups of vegetable broth and 1 cup of water. And then again, you're just going to stir that up and let it cook a little. So once that's cooked a little, then you can go ahead and pour the whole mixture into your crock pot. And I let it cook for about 3 hours. If you don't have that much time, you could put it in like an oven safe pan and bake it in the oven for like an hour. But I had a little bit of time, so I put it in my crock pot and I let it cook for about 3 hours, checking on it periodically, stirring it. And I served it with a side of hand mashed potatoes and steamed string beans. If you want the mashed potatoes recipe, check out our other videos or head to BennyBeautyByBree.com to read our blog. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.